Foster's Quarantine Corner.
Good morning, Cardinals. Welcome back for another episode of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. Today is Wednesday, April 8th. I have two announcements this morning. The first announcement is for parents. During the school's closure, it is very important that parents and teachers be able to communicate effectively. Please make sure that your contact information like phone number, email address, and mailing address are complete and up to date in Skyward. For the second announcement, Cardinals, you have until Thursday at 5 o'clock p.m. to get your toilet paper roll creation pictures to me. Be sure to tune in on Friday morning for a very special and fun episode. The joke of the day today apparently is a very popular one because I got it from 3 students. Austin A. in 4th grade, Emily N. in 6th grade, and Presley L. in 6th grade all ask the very interesting question: why do cows have bells? Because their horns don't work. Very, very good one. That was definitely a knee slapper. For today's fun fact, we're going to hear from Mrs. Slack.
Morning, Thorpe Cardinals. I'm Miss Elizabeth, and I have the fun fact for today. I bet you've all been sitting around wondering, what is the smallest bone in the human body? Well, I am here to tell you that it is called the stapes. And the stapes is a bone located in the middle ear, and it's actually shaped like a stirrup. Now, for those of you that don't know what a stirrup is the part of the saddle that hangs down and you put your foot in it when you go riding on a horse. So that's the shape of the stapes. It's one of the 3 ossicles in the middle ear, and the function of the stapes is to transmit sound vibrations. Now, I know since you are all at home, you are on your gadgets and devices more than usual. You are listening with or without headphones to your homework assignments, to music, to movies, and I just want you to make sure that you keep the volume on those devices turned down so you are just able to hear it and understand it, because I don't want that to be too loud and damage your hearing. And I know that all of you want to pass Mrs. Morello's hearing test in the fall. So, here's to good hearing. Bye, Thorpe Cardinals.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Slack. That message was music to my ears. Today's episode will be joined by Dr. Peter Giles. Dr. Giles is a nuclear physicist who helped to develop and design nuclear bombs during the Cold War. Welcome back, Mighty Cardinals. Today we have a special guest. I'm joined by Dr. Peter Giles from California. Dr. Giles is a nuclear physicist. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Happy to be here.
Can you tell us where you're from and where did you go to school?
Well, I was born and raised in Albany, California, which is in Central California. And I went to school at Albany High School, and then from there I just next door to Berkeley, California, the University of California at Berkeley, and got my degree there.
You were born in 1929, which means you were 12 years old when Pearl Harbor was bombed by the Japanese Empire, and the U.S. entered World War II. What was that like, living or growing up during World War II?
Well, it was a little scary, although we didn't really have any problems where I lived. We'd have blackouts at some nights, and sometimes we'd have air raid drills and that sort of thing. But other than that, life continued normally.
You're a nuclear physicist and have worked on some pretty cool and secretive projects. Are there any that you think our students might be interested in hearing about?
Well, that depends on the student, I guess. But I worked on the development of the thermonuclear bomb, and that involved a lot of computer work. I learned how to use computers and do computer programming, and the particular code that I worked on involved the explosion of a thermonuclear device, and that was pretty interesting and pretty exciting.
Did you have any first-hand experiences seeing the weapons that you helped design?
Well, I did manage to, got sent out to Christmas Island, which is an island out in the Pacific where people were doing some testing, and watched as a B-52 bomber flew overhead and downwind a little ways, and then dropped by parachute a thermonuclear bomb. And first there was a countdown when the airplane dropped the bomb. Then the second countdown when as the bomb was about to go off. And of course at the time we wore welder's goggles and watched the device go off. Before the bomb went off, I looked at the sun and I could barely see it with these goggles on. But after the bomb went off, it was bright and almost blinding. And then after that, there was another countdown when the blast wave from the explosion came through finally got to our island and blew over a lot of tents, and that was pretty exciting too.
Why did you pursue an education and career in nuclear physics in the first place?
Well, I've always liked mathematics and scientific matters. It's just part of my being, I guess. And so when I got to college, I studied mathematics and learned how to solve differential equations and that sort of thing. And got some jobs, part-time jobs, just working in laboratories where there were physicists around. And I just got used to physics and decided to continue and get my final degree in physics.
So Dr. Giles, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Most of your work was in weaponry with nuclear physics.
Yes.
Is there any other work that you've done in labs that you're proud of or that you've enjoyed?
Well, I guess I'm proud of it all in a way. I did subsequently work a little bit on criticality safety, which is a safety measure, which is designed to keep too much fissionable material from being placed together, because that could be dangerous. I guess that's about it.
Okay. What do you like most about your work, and what's something that you're very proud of?
Well, I think that was the last question that you asked, and I would suggest that for kids in school who are interested in physics or any other scientific matter, be sure to study your mathematics very well, because it's very important. It's an important language for what we call the hard sciences. Physics, chemistry, engineering, and even some of the biological sciences need mathematics and the ability to solve differential equations.
All right, Dr. Giles, I really appreciate the time you've given us. I appreciate your candid answers. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed the interview with Dr. Giles, nuclear physicist from California.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoyed being here.
Well, Cardinals, I hope you enjoyed this explosive interview with Dr. Peter Giles. Well, that wraps it up for this episode. It's time to make like a hydrogen atom and split. Remember, Cardinals, to stay safe, stay sanitized, and stay smart.
Mr. Foster's Quarantine